Alright, hi everybody, I'm Conquering History Games. Let's just kind of enjoy the music for a bit while we wait for some people to come in. Hey there, Porky. Oh noes, why oh noes? Something wrong? You're walking outside. Oh. No, so you're not, can't listen to the thing? Oh boy, what a grooving soundtrack. They keep it fun. So we're just waiting a couple of minutes for people to come in, and then we're gonna keep playing. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, once people are in, we're gonna stream for maybe not super long, maybe like an hour. Drink. Okay. Oh, hey, bad Marxist. Guess who's getting timed out? Wait, why can't I time you out? I'm trying to time you out, little bastard. There we go, because I have had enough of the Hearts of Iron 4 jokes. Okay, get the service sector to 50. Well, we're trying. We got ag up, we got industry up, but I gotta get the state mechanism up, don't I? Alright, see you in 10 minutes, bad Marxist. Dun, 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 dun. Investments from France and the United States. I have some from France already. I believe I have had that, but I don't know about the United States. Let's give it a little bit more, a couple more seconds for people to come in, then we'll get started. Just opening some things in the other monitor for some stuff I'm going to do later today. Okay. Where am I? Aloha, comrade. This is the most radical revolution, bro. Cowabunga. Yes! Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Jack Brown stopped mid-porn to watch this. Well, you know what you should do is, once this stream is over, never go back to it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Hey there, Fluffy Cloud. I'm good. We're gonna stream this for like an hour or so. I don't know if it's not gonna be like 2 hours because I got other stuff to do today, and then I want to, of course, play Suzerain tonight. But I got to do some stuff around the apartment today because we're gonna have a serious cold front hitting El Paso apparently, and it's supposed to get like into the teens of degrees Fahrenheit. And they've been saying on the news that when the temperature hits 19, El Paso's pipes are going to start bursting. So not good. Not good. Anyway, let's get started. So, I don't think we're in the middle of anything right now. Hold on, is this the right save file? Just making sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's the right one. Let's go ahead and unpause and get to it. And of course, I've got our handy-dandy Deng over here. Okay, teaching Vietnam a lesson. Ah, I was wondering when this option would come up. Recently, neighboring Vietnam is increasingly moving closer to the USSR, and this despite our help in the Civil War. In this regard, more and more party members believe that you need to teach Vietnam a lesson. The plan that has been developed by the PLA for some time is simple. Under the pretext of occasional clashes at the border, we declare war on it, seize the border areas, destroy the arriving units of the Vietnamese army, and move as far as possible into the interior. Such a blow would force their leadership to seriously reconsider its policy towards the PRC and the USSR. However, some of the party members believe that if our relations with Vietnam are not yet so spoiled, that it makes sense to reach an agreement with them, settling our territorial claims and persuading to stop oppressing ethnic Chinese in Vietnam. However, you can do nothing, because a thin world is better than a good war, right? So they're not going to negotiate with us. So I guess we should just not aggravate the situation. Plus, yeah, in real life, this did not go well for China. You managed to calm the CPC, though not without discontent. Everything is going as it was, and Vietnam continues its rapprochement with the USSR. Oh, big music! We have some empty ministers, but before that, let's double check the France thing. Yeah, so like we were close fighter. Invite foreign investors. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do that. Let's check the United States. I think the United States we might not be able to. Oh no, yeah, our diplomatic. Why did I think it had to get under 50? So let's get investment from the U.S. as well. Nice. Okay, now, as for our empty ministers, what slot is open here? I'm trying to open the damn thing. Okay, so we need a new governor of the East. First things first, let's look for liberals. We've got Zhao Ziyang. No, he's already a foreign minister. Hu Yaobang is already a minister somewhere else. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of left radicals down there. What's up with that? Yeah, let's spread this out a bit. Okay, let's get the industry up. Okay. Yeah, I can't seem to get the services higher even if I wanted to. It's the state mechanism thing. You know what, actually? Let's put some more in gold reserve. Okay. Now then. So, all these left radicals, we're definitely not going to work with them. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about maybe I could put a reformist. Maybe even a moderate who's thrifty. Could be good for money. So like I might go with Ji Li here, because the other reformist who's this high, Yi Jianying, is already the CMC. So yeah, peaceful. He's not thrifty, but maybe Chen Yun's already a governor. Yeah, I guess we'll go Ji Li. Okay. So assign to the east. There we go. Now he loves me. He loves me, loves me, loves me, loves me. Whoa! A couple of things happened right away. What's the event? Iranian Revolution. End game. All last year, protests shook Iran. Left secular Democrats and Muslim organizations of varying degrees of radicalism opposed the Shah's authority in word and deed, organizing multiple strikes. Strikes and strikes, huh? The revolution's over because we didn't get involved. And they managed to achieve their goal. In January, the Shah and his family fled the country, transferring power to Prime Minister Shapor Bakhtiar from a moderate opposition, who began to draft a new constitution and invited disgraced Ayatollah Khomeini to the country, for which he soon paid. Not intending to cooperate with the new government, Khomeini, with the help of his numerous supporters, organized a new uprising that quickly spread to Tehran. The police sided with the rioters, and the generals declared neutrality, with the result that Bakhtiar fled the country. The new government of Khomeini declared Iran as an Islamic republic and launched a brutal repression against yesterday's allies. Okay, so what are you saying, Porky? This might seem like a strange suggestion, but supporting the DRA in Afghanistan when the event appears to get relations with the SSR, which is lowering. It is very low, and getting worse. Meanwhile, I've completely maxed it out with the United States. We also got some empty ministers again. What are we missing? We need a new governor of the North. Alright. Gosh, you guys think I should assassinate some of these guys? Peculator. I just don't know. You know what, let's go assign this economy stuff real quick. Okay, can't do that. Shoot. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Chen Yin and Li Jianyan are already doing other things. What should we do? I guess we're gonna have to put a moderate in. Huang Hua, maybe? Yeah, he looks like the best choice. Actually, no. Yeah, because Chen Yin, we're already using him. So, yeah, he's not great, but whatever. You know, they can't all be winners. So we'll assign him to the north. Now, friendship with the United States. No, our that's what I was waiting for my diplomatic relationship to go down with. So, yeah, we have our diplomatic rep still has to get lower. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a few months, I think. Could join the non-alignment movement. Huh. Interesting. We have 2 million in the budget, not be in the movement now. We can't be in the Soviet or other alliances. That would be interesting. I won't, though. Let's see, so we can get back Hong Kong and Macau later if we work with NATO if they lose the Falkland War. Or we could just negotiate afterwards. Alright, let's just go ahead and unpause for now. Let's see what's going to happen next once we head into March. Nothing. Okay, let's, No, that's fine. I don't even... Science, I guess? No, can't get more science. Yeah, whatever. Dun, dun. Yeah, USSR relations are just in free fall. Okay, let's stop. Get a new science thing. So we finished up the full industry re-equipment. How about the ag? Did we ever... What's this army stuff? No, I don't care about that. Modern agriculture is impossible without tractors, or we can get selection and genetic research. Huh. New institutions. Genetic modifications. How big is our population right now? We should probably check that. I'm trying to remember where I do, though. Where do I look at my population? Here we go. Oh, we're over 1 billion. So I think why didn't I get an achievement off of that? Isn't there one? I'm online. Don't I get an achievement if I hit 1 billion Chinese before 1980? Or do I have to actually get to 1980 before to let me do that? Okay, so for the science, we're going to do full industry re-equipment. Oh, we already researched that. Why can't we go here? Oh, because we have to get to 1980. Construction. Let's go with the food. I'm worried about not being able to feed people. Okay. Now, the other thing I was going to do was, let's see, economy. We could get welfare. Welfare is what makes the people happier, right? God, I wish there was tooltips in this game. Just put some tooltips in this game and it would be fucking incredible. Just kind of help you remember what's what. Another empty minister slot, so we need a capital governor now. We're running out of people we could use. We got a liberal down here. Support him. Seriously? I just want him to... He's just stuck there. I'm trying to get him to a higher tier so I can assign him as my governor in the capital. I do not understand. How many times do I have to support this freaking guy? Do I have to, like, hound this guy down? There we go. Holy crap. That was obnoxious. There we go. Now, economy. Yeah, keep getting those. Alright, so our services have hit 50. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, what's going on here? Where aren't we? Oh, there we go. Speed it up now. And we actually make it to the 80s. Okay, our relationships with the USSR is about to just rock bottom. Not good. Ah, shoot, what is that? Oh, yeah, right, I know. Okay, the guy who you're getting filtered, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in timeout, and whenever you change your, name, you can come back, okay? Alright. So, yeah, restore the destroyed communication structures. Do I think I will play Mafia Definitive Edition so you can talk about the history of organized crime in America? That would be interesting. I do know quite a bit. I didn't personally actively study organized crime a whole lot, but my father sure did. My father was huge into the history of the Mafia. Having said that, I don't know anything about that game you're talking about. I think if I was going to play something where I talk about crime or whatever, we might have some live streams where I do LA Noire or something. I was thinking about picking that up because I think on the Chinese New Year sale right now, it's something like $7, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's only $7 right now. And I know that game's almost 10 years old, but you know, if I'm so people probably wouldn't be interested in me pre-recording it, but I bet if I live streamed it, people would think it's cool. And I've heard the praises of the game sung quite a bit. A friend of mine was kind of telling me that it was sort of ahead of its time because the facial features were an important part of it. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, anyway. What's going on here? Rescue drowning. After winning the Indian elections of 1977, Janata Party, which is actually a confederation of various parties from socialists to national liberals, faced a lot of difficulties. Originally united by the desire to remove Indira Gandhi and the INC from power, now after coming to power, Janata suffers from internal intrigues that actually paralyzed her work. At this pace, the upcoming elections in January 1980 will inevitably be won over again by Gandhi, which puts an end to the successes achieved by Janata in improving our relations with India. If we once helped the opposition and have influence in it, then we could help it to consolidate and retain power. Yeah, we didn't get involved, so it doesn't matter. Good luck and good mood. In the end, under the pressure of internal squabbles and intrigues, the Janata leader Morarji Desai resigned as prime minister. Chanran Singh, who replaced him, is likely to hold out until the elections of 1980, after which Gandhi will replace him again. Okay, normalized relationship, that's if we helped Indira, and we have no related friendship with Pakistan or Bhutto. We could support rebels in the east, we could start a border war for disputed territories. Oh, we can do something with Pakistan. Cool. Oh, this is one of my favorite tracks on the soundtrack. Let's try to. Gosh, I'm telling you, I'm tempted to sure try to make Afghanistan Maoist though. How do we trade with them? Diplomatic relations less than 50. Yeah, we're still waiting on that. That is going to take a long time for us to get low as I want. Oops. Hold on. Economy. Stop. Economy time. I think maybe we could start getting some of this other stuff up again. You can't make it Maoist as reformist. That makes sense. Too bad. I'll do that another time. Whenever the day comes that I do a pre-recorded series of this, it probably will then be, I'll go left radical and just intervene everywhere so I can talk about all the various political intrigue and wars and such. Yeah, we are slamming through a lot of this science stuff now. Can pay my debt off to increase it. What, like this? I'm trying to always max out the state mechanism. I've got it as high as it'll let me. Haven't you guys noticed? That's the first thing I do every time I check the economy. Look, you see I got one. Come in here. I'm clicking. Can you hear the clicking? They won't let me do it. Event! The problems of the heirs of Genghis Khan. After the victory over the Kuomintang in 1949, the regions of China inhabited by non-Chinese people gained autonomous status, modeled on the USSR. One of them is Inner Mongolia, where ethnic Mongols live. During the so-called Cultural Revolution, Central... excuse me. During the so-called Cultural Revolution, central authorities began to assimilate the Mongolian population by force, which resulted in mass clashes with the Red Guards in the riots of 1967 to 1969. In 1969, most of the territory of Inner Mongolia was attached to neighboring Chinese provinces in such a way that the number of Mongols in it fell to 600,000 people, and the total population of the autonomous region fell from 13 to 9 million. Now that the CPC has recognized the fallacy of this policy, representatives of the Council of People's Representatives of the AR of Inner Mongolia and the Mongols communists proposed to correct Mao's mistake and restore justice, by returning the lands taken from it to AR and ending the assimilation policy. This is clearly not going to please the left wing of the CPC, but it can help to enlist the support of national elites. In addition, the People's Republic and the Mongolian People's Republic and the USSR will obviously like this step. Wow, there's a lot of options here. We can say that's fair, it's what we'll do, too much honor for a minority refuse, territories will be returned but assimilation will not be stopped. We can say it makes sense to stop the assimilation but we will not return the territories, or the time has come to seriously address the national issues in small ARs, stop all the excesses, -6 from the budget. Yeah, let's do it. The chairperson Deng Xiaoping, stunned by the revealed truth about the state of affairs in Inner Mongolia, decided to look more deeply at the national issue and personally visited all 3 small autonomous regions, Inner Mongolia, Guangxi-Zhuo AR, and Ningxia AR. After a series of meetings with the party and Soviet leadership of these regions, as well as representatives of national minorities, the Mongols, Zhuans, and Huizhou, Comrade Chairman returned to Beijing in deep thought, which resulted in the adoption of the concept of the national policy of the People's Republic of China, which replaced the nationalist, the nature of the basic principles for the implementation of regional national autonomy in the People's Republic of China in 1952. In accordance with the concept, autonomous regions received broader rights. The state pledged to protect the national culture of national minorities, the traditional way of life, and the national economy, to increase the volume of literature and print publishing in national languages, to allocate quotas for national minorities in all authorities and universities. Damn, this is some serious reform. An important decision was also made. Not only the Soviet authorities, but also the district autonomous committees of the CPC should be headed by representatives of national minorities. All this allowed you to receive the sincere support of the national elites. We hope they will not forget this gesture if anything happens. We've also gained the approval of the USSR and the USA, but also the fury of conservative party members. Which is funny because, like, when we say conservative in this context, it means like the ones on the left, the Maoists and stuff. Wow, I didn't know we can go above 100, which we just have with the United States. All right, let's move forward. All right, empty ministers once again. We need a new capital governor. Seriously, after I spent all those agents already. I don't like all these radicals. God. Maybe Huang Hua? No, I've already using him. Using Chen Yun already. I guess Wang Zhen, he's the only real option. Yeah. Signed to the capital. Not great. Really not great. Economy. See, guys, every time, the first thing I do, state mechanism. Let's go for... Let's get the MSS. I'm slightly nervous. Get the army up a little too for personal protection. Okay. Event! Coup. Coups continue. After the April Revolution, the PDPA faced many struggles. One of the rapidly gaining strengths of the Khalq Party, the struggle between one of the PDDP founders, Taraki, and his student Amin, had already begun. Amin is a supporter of radical politics, an uncompromising struggle against feudal remnants, and the harsh suppression of political opponents. At the same time, he, being an ardent Pashtun, the dominant people of Afghanistan, nationalist, is largely responsible for sabotaging the national policy of the PDPA and trying to concentrate power in his own hands. He maintained a split between Khalq and Parcham, despite the fact that the Soviet leadership repeatedly warned Taraki about Amin's conspiratorial plans. He did not heed until the very last moment. Let's see here. On September 4th, during the visit of Amin to Taraki, the first one was attacked. It is not known exactly whether this was real or staged by Amin himself. And on September 16th, Amin, at the plenum of the People's Democratic Party Central Committee, removed Taraki from his duties, having previously isolated him with loyal army units in the residence. It is noteworthy that although Amin tried to maintain good relations with the USSR, according to our data, he is not at all opposed to establishing close relations with the PRC, and this may be our chance. So wait, okay, there's a few things in the chat I haven't seen. Guzman says, Mafia is a Godfather-style game when you join the Mafia, but then have a falling out with them. No, it's not a spoiler. Oh, yeah. I'm always somebody who said, like, okay, like, if you're watching a television show, if something happens in the first 2 episodes, you can tell people about it. That's not a spoiler. That's a setup. Like, it's not a spoiler to say, yeah, Breaking Bad is about this guy who gets lung cancer and decides to start cooking meth. Oh, well, you just gave it away. You gave away the first episode. Wow. But yeah, it's like, it's a setup. That's like telling people, oh, you should read a Game of Thrones. It's about this guy. Like, you know, talking about Ned dying is not a spoiler. Well, I guess it could be for people. Screw it, whatever. But anyway, the Sam company that produced this game is releasing a new game this month. So is that going to be the... I think I saw that on the Steam shop. It's the one that... do we know that it's actually coming out? Because I think on the release date for it, it said something like, will be released when the Republic is independent or something. Collapse, right? Collapse, the political simulator. So you like run a state in post-Soviet Europe. Anyway, yes, NPC Porky is saying ignore. Really? We don't want to try to do a secret rapprochement with the DRA to kind of help with our Soviet, relations. By the way, guys, I also picked up the other games from these guys. They're unbelievably cheap, and I don't know if the other games they make are as high quality as Mao's Legacy, but yeah, they're like extremely cheap right now at the Steam sale. Or you could just super chat money to me and I'll buy games. No, that's not a promise. Never mind. I'm just joking around, guys. Don't do that. What was I gonna say though? I forgot. I've blanked out. Oh shoot! Hold on. I accidentally closed the screen that the live stream chat was in. Hold on. Let's see. You can support when the Civil War starts. Ah, okay. All right, then we won't get involved. Having come to power, Amin launched widespread repression as against his current and potential political opponents. Despite the stated policy of the destruction of feudal lords, under the destruction came not only them. The USSR seems to be dissatisfied with the coup, although it pretends that everything is fine. Alright, let's get moving. Well, economy. Yeah, but Porky, it's kind of funny. I guess like I was a little bit ahead of you with the investing into agents in the army thing. Yeah, just because I know. Yeah, because I think the last time somebody tried to coup me, the army wasn't an option to help me or something. So yeah, let's get those agents up though. Okay, event. Red Rising Sun. Soon Japan should have elections to the House of Representatives of the Japanese Parliament. Against the background of government instability and corruption scandals, the Communist Party of Japan has steadily gained popularity in recent times, as has the various center-left oppositions. If we have an influence on the CBJ, then we could assist them in campaigning. In case of victory, we could improve relations with our historical adversary and finally expel the American bases from Japan. Doesn't concern us. As a result, the LDP managed to regain its rule. Yeah, wasn't the LDP in charge in Japan for decades? Hey, hold on a second. What's going on here? My cognac glass is empty. What's up with that? Like, all the coins have disappeared. I just noticed that. There we go. Oh, nice. No, but then it's not here. Huh. Okay. Don't know what that is about. Huh. Okay. Anyway, it still is. Yeah, but didn't the LDP get out of power for a little bit? In like the start of the 20th century? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Yeah, it's. I think I once heard the term that Japan is basically a 1.5 party state because the LDP is just always in charge. Yeah, they didn't lose their majority until 1993. Yeah, you're right. It is like the Tenbray. You're absolutely right. So let's see here. Okay, so it looks like right now the LDP in Japan has 113 of the 245 seats of councillors and 285 out of the 465 representatives. They have 1,301 of the 2,668 prefectures and only 2,180 out of the city, special ward, town, and village assembly members. But I think those are mostly independent or something. Okay. So, what was I about to say? Yeah, and also the thing with Japanese politics is it gets a little confusing because there's multiple parties that call themselves the Democratic Party, and there's also been more than one party that called itself the Liberal Party. So it's like, when we talk about the Liberal Democratic Party, we're not talking about the Liberal Party, we're not talking about the Democratic Party, we're talking about the Liberal Democratic Party. And then some of them there's been like more than one Democratic Party and more than one Liberal Party as well. So like that they just have that name. So it gets a little confusing. It also doesn't help that freaking their prime minister is like a revolving door. In fact, I remember when I was studying Japanese politics, like its political system, there was this one book, excuse me, that said, by the time that this book gets published, Japan's probably going to have another new prime minister again. So I've provided you with a little, and it wasn't even a comedy book, it was a serious political studies book, but there was it said like, so by the time that you're reading this book, Japan's going to have another prime minister again, because they go through them like every year, on average. So although they've been getting a little longer lately, but it's so it had like a fill in the blank thing. It's like Japan's prime minister was born on, and then there was just a blank line so you can fill in the year. The prime minister went to school at the University of blank, was elected in the year of blank, and is a member of the Liberal Democratic Party. And it was just really funny. So it was like a Mad Libs thing in the book, and so I just I found that downright adorable. That's it. It's official. We're green. We are green people. I didn't even have to formally. So should we officially align with Yugoslavia? I guess we kind of already have. Sign a friendship agreement. We have to do that after Tito died. Changing the Constitution. Yeah, well, it's my understanding that, and I haven't studied Japanese politics in many years, but it's my understanding that they don't want to nobody wants to touch the Constitution, because even though the Constitution of Japan was written by Americans, it's one of those things like, okay, well, we don't want to rewrite it though, because then it's going to get like too influenced and stuff. When did Tito die? I think Tito died in 1989. Let me check that. I know he was born on May 4th, but when did he die? Hold on. Marshal Tito. Tito died in, he died in 1980. Why was I thinking 89? Oh, because of the, yeah, I know why. Okay, so he died on his birthday, actually. May 4th, no, that's when he died. His birthday was May 7th. Got it. Okay. So he almost made it to his birthday. May 4th, 1980. You can get investments every year from France and Japan. Oh, fascinating. I did not know that. So every New Year's I'll have to remember to do that. So, yeah. Sorry if the green's making you sick there, Ten Bray, but that's how it be. Let's see. Gluzman says, "Hey, can you play Papers, Please, or Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, Communist City Builder? You should do all the communist video games, Comrade to the Revolution, like Mario Bros." Anyway, I think this actually might be a good place to save. We're not ending the stream, don't worry. But we're just gonna save. Let's go to slot 3. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll shop around for some trade. Finlandia! Industry is not lower than 70. Ah, so then we should move some things around here. Get that up. Okay. Workers and Resources is one of the hardest city builders ever. Well, there's some other city builders I want to play. That's kind of probably going to be one of my goals for March, is to play a certain city builder I've been wanting to bring to the channel forever. Okay, who wants to trade with us? We still got to wait for our diplomatic reputation to get lower. It's still too high in a lot of areas. Yeah, we got to get under 50, I think, before we're going to be able to work with any of these, any of the blue countries. Admit into the economic union, huh? Let's see, Malaysia, industry not lower than 70. Yeah, we got to, we need to get our industry up. So it's going to take a little while. I think we can kind of slow down with the services a little bit. So we were just trying to get to 50. Oh, look at that! No matter what color the cat is, everything goes as planned. Am I going to do a radical leftist run? Probably. Yeah, Deng, Gaddafi, and Tito. Me and the boys going the third way. Let's see, the Philippines? I don't know, could we... Oh, yeah, we can. We can trade with the Philippines. Good thinking. And Thailand. Alright, who else? Who else can we trade with? It's because I gotta remember to click on the... Oh, we could trade with Afghanistan. Yeah. Why not? Iran. Yeah, we can trade with everybody. Trade with Iraq? No, not Iraq. But we can trade with a lot of people. It's because I keep not clicking the gray ones, but they are nations. We can coup the Sudanese government. Interesting. Yeah, I think when the time comes that I'm going to do a pre-recorded campaign, I'll probably do left radical and do all sorts of interference. Like, I want to do Maoist Afghanistan because that's apparently very, very hard. Yeah. There's a lot going on in Africa, but it doesn't look like we can actually trade with anybody. When did Algeria become communist? Did we do that? I forget. Let's see here. Alright, I don't think there's any options for that in there. Okay, Hungary, industry not lower than 70. They're also under the Soviet influence. Let's see here. Oh, Sweden. No. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's pretty much everybody. Yeah, we gotta get our relations with the USSR back up a bit more again. Okay, every 3 months we're going to be able to get that up. Let's try to remember to do that in the new year. Dun, dun. Economy. Check up that industry, baby! Wait. Huh. Dun, 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 dun. We are slamming through the science. I love it. Is there any of this army stuff? I'm just double checking. Science point. Yeah, I don't give a damn about that. Mechanized development. Yeah. Okay, that 25 science. Oh yeah, baby. We are sciencing right now. We're sciencing so hard that we're going to kind of run out of things to science, I think. Okay. More science, actually. If we end up researching everything, well, then we'll just transfer the money out, put it somewhere else. Still can't get that mechanism up more. Yeah, so we want to get industry up. Didn't I have more in the gold reserve earlier? Let's see. Yeah, if in the economy tab, if it starts to grow, yeah, no, don't worry. I've been keeping an eye on it. I don't know what it does, but I've thought that's probably not good to have. So don't worry. I've been keeping the gold reserve pretty high, probably much higher than it needs to be. Let's see here. Okay, support them again. Okay, new event! Against all tyrants. After the recent Amin's coup, okay, so this must be the Civil War, maybe? The USSR in every possible way was looking for ways to eliminate the careless usurper. According to our data, the Soviet leadership has established contact with members of the PDPA from various factions, such as Karmal, Sawari, and Watanjar, who fled from Afghanistan because of Amin's purges and is ready to use them to replace Amin. The key point of the plan is the neutralization of Amin and his loyal entourage by Soviet special forces, whose cover could be provided by Soviet troops, whom since the beginning of the year, the PDPA and Amin personally have been insistently asked to enter, despite the constant refusals of the USSR. However, it seems that under pressure from the circumstances, the Soviet leaders decided to change the decision, and the first Soviet units crossed the border as early as December 25th, with the task of protecting important military facilities and objectives of Soviet-Afghan cooperation. Now is our chance to seize the initiative in Afghanistan, if it is possible to prevent the displacement of Amin. However, this could be done only with good relations with the USSR, otherwise the USSR could run through a brick wall, but not give us Afghanistan. Well, can't do anything anyway. Against all tyrants, in the evening of December 27th, having let me get some water. Yeah, there you go, Tenbray, fire them all. Oh shoot, I thought I had water. I guess I don't. Be right back. Actually, I need to grab a couple of things, so I'll be like 1 minute. Okay. Now then. Make sure to not mention which Christmas they'll be coming home to. Yeah, I was just grabbing a wire for my thing here. Okay. Alright. Found it interesting. They betrayed the Amen guy despite him being a total Soviet simp! What does that make you, my horseshoe theory friend, think? Oh, my horseshoe theory friend doesn't know jack shit about Afghanistan. If Twitter didn't tell him, how's he supposed to know? Hey, man, if you're listening, I'm just exaggerating for humor, man. Don't worry about it. But no, he's a mostly pretty informed guy, but not everybody can know everything. Let's see here. Where was I? Oh yeah, deployment continues. Now. Ooh, can we trade with Romania? Nope. Alright, you know what? Let's just wait until international reputation is under 50, and then industry is over 70, and then we're going to do another tour of the world and see who else we can work with. Oh, new event! Cursed Mountain, Wild Edge. After the recent events that contributed to the deterioration of the situation in Afghanistan, the long-standing uprising of the Islamists and other reactionaries, supported by the United States, has entered into a hot phase. Yeah? How hot? Anyway, the USSR, in accordance with the recently developed plan, introduces troops to Afghanistan at the request of the DRA government, which has already caused a wave of indignation in the West. Despite the fact that the population initially met the Soviet troops quite friendly, the cases of militant attacks on them have become more frequent. At the same time, the tasks of a limited contingent, which initially included only the protection of important objects, are gradually expanding, and it seems will eventually reach its full participation in hostilities. The battle for Afghanistan has begun, and we need to decide who we will support in it. So this is where we want to assist the DRA, right? We don't want to assist the full-blown Maoists, right? You know what? I'm just going to do it anyway. I want to intervene a little bit. Oh, NPC Porky, I see what you're saying there. Freaking... Oh, sorry, I'm just grooving to this song right now. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, after long discussions in the Politburo where individual party members stubbornly protested against the support of the pro-Soviet DRA regime, the comrade Deng Xiaoping still pushed against the strategy of supporting the DRA, at least in words, against which they definitely did not mind. In the country, meanwhile, a civil war is in full swing, the outcome of which no one can predict. So, when are we going to get the event that Rambo is there? Okay, yeah, so now we are going to diplomatically, let's make sure, diplomatically support the Soviets. There we go. Very nice. I don't even think we're allowed to do the other stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm keeping an eye on the diplomatic relationship, but thank you, Nick Bernard, for the reminder. We got one eye on it. Okay. Oh, another event. Goodbye, our sweet Mishka. Don't support them any other way. The war that led to the American invasion of Afghanistan. Let their civil war continue. Okay, so anyway. On July 19th, 1980, the opening of the 22nd Summer Olympic Games will take place in Moscow. The Soviet Union struggled to secure the right to host the Olympics and spent enormous funds on its preparation, which had to be withdrawn from other expense items. A large-scale campaign was held to sell Olympic symbols for cost recovery. However, the U.S. leadership has openly declared a boycott of these games. It is calling on all its allies for this organize the so-called Olympic boycott games, better known as the Liberty Bell, in Philadelphia. A number of party members urged us to follow the American example and boycott the Soviet Games by sending a team to the American ones. However, this will arouse the anger of the USSR and the misunderstanding of the people. Maybe you should not exacerbate the split and send our athletes to Moscow, despite the political contradictions between our countries. Sports is out of politics, isn't it? However, I just remembered this really trippy moment. It's just like one of those things that you're never gonna hear about it in history books. But like when there was those Olympics in Russia recently, and they had that singing group that was they had like a men's choir for the Olympics, and they were just going, she's up all night to get some, she's up all night for good fun. And it was just this weird thing, just these Russian men singing Daft Punk. Let me look it up. So I probably sound like a lunatic, right? She's up all let's see, she's up all night to get lucky. Russia Olympics. I'm trying to pull it up so I don't. It was at the Sochi Olympics. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up what I'm talking about. Okay, how do I switch over to here? Yeah, so check this out. Yeah, it's a weird video. I'm gonna not play anymore for the purposes of not getting copyrighted. But anyway, oh shit! Something just fell off my desk. What is that? Oh no, it's fine. Where was I? Yeah. However, a group of party members recalling the experience of GNA Ganefo in 1963, alternate games of the third world countries conducted by Indonesian President Sukarno with our financial aid, suggests that we revive these games and show the USSR and the USA that we are independent from them in sports. So we can't ignore the West, we can't ignore both games, we can declare a boycott but let our athletes go to Moscow under the Olympic flag. We can declare a boycott to the Soviet Games and send the team to the USA. Well, shit. I guess let's do the Olympic flag stuff. I guess the Maoist experiments would have been the third one there. Alright, -4 from the budget. Well, we got money. Because I'm Deng Xiaoping, I got money on my mind. Yeah, here we go. I keep my mind on my money, money on my mind. Woo! All right. Oh, look, and now I'm upside down like I'm turning China. Woohoo! Anyway, enough. Oh my gosh, I think I broke it. I broke the picture. Wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. So anyway, China joined the American boycott of the Olympic Games in Moscow, although not without hesitation. The Chinese Olympic Committee had just received registration at the IOC, and now it would be completely undesirable to spoil relations with it. Therefore, Hua Guofeng offered his head, Zhong Shitong, to independently decide whether to send a team to Moscow or not. He, after consultations with the IOC and the NOC of the United States, Italy, France, Spain, and the British OA, gave the go-ahead to send the Chinese team to Moscow under the banner of the IOC. Isn't this a little bit like how... Well, actually, no, it's not that similar. I was going to say, it's sort of how like there's been a refugee team at the IOC. I think that they compete underneath the Olympic flag. Anyway, in the end, 63 states declared a boycott. The United States and their satellites, the teams of Iran, Mozambique, and Qatar, the governments of England, France, Italy, and Spain were given the right to decide whether to send their athletes to Moscow or not to their Olympic committees. After all, they sent their teams. At the opening ceremony, IOC President Michael Morris, before giving the floor to Leonid Brezhnev, particularly thanked those athletes who came on their own initiative despite the boycott. These games went down in history as the Olympiad with the most competently organized and memorable closing ceremony, when the symbol of the game, Mishka, flied away to the song by A. Pakhmutov and N. Dobroravnov, Goodbye Moscow. Many, even foreigners, could not hold back tears. It was so powerful and atmospheric. At the closing ceremony, instead of the flag of the United States, the country where the next Olympiad will be held, the flag of the city of Los Angeles was hoisted, which hinted that the USSR would recall this boycott. We also sent our team to the alternative games in Philadelphia, where we received 5 gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze medals. Sent the B, so the B team still picked up some medals. Nice. Let's think about the real victims, though, of these Olympic boycotts. The record keepers. Just like, apparently it's been... who am I kidding? It's not been controversial at all, except for people who are just... Well, we know what kind of people they are. The Negro leagues are now going to be considered major leagues here in the United States when we're talking about baseball. But I just... Yeah, the first thing I thought of, though, when I heard about that was, oh my god, baseballreference.com is going to become a shit show. Alright, let's go ahead and save. 1980. We did it! We're in the 80s! We're the child that got 2 Christmases. You see, we're playing both sides, so we always come out on top. Having said that, we're going to wrap things up here soon. Probably another 10-15 minutes, okay? Okay, we got an event here. What about Hong Kong 97? Like you're talking about the video game? So, Comrade Deng Xiaoping, thanks to your efforts, we were able to put an end to the remnants of the Cultural Revolution. The country is heading towards a bright market future. However, there are still those who disagree with such a development of events, and with all their might protest against the conduct of such a policy, disrupting good reforming initiatives. These are predominantly conservative Maoists. Yeah, this is why context matters with so many of these words, saying liberal, conservative, and then, now we've got the new stuff with the neo-libs, the neo-cons. Socialist is such a loaded word, so is communist in the United States. Like, it's all about context. So, like, in this context, we're calling Maoists conservatives, which would just confuse the crap out of a lot of people. Look at the unit picking up that rock. Yeah, look at him. He's like, bro, that crane is taking too long. I'm just gonna lift this shit myself. They are predominantly conservative Maoists headed by 4 top party members who but resist further reforms. By hitting them and their supporters, we could consolidate more power in the hands of the reformers. Moreover, in the places freed from conservatives, it will be possible to promote active supporters of reform that have gained popularity among the people and their wards. Different views of Pledge of Democracy, attack conservatives at the CPC plenum and promote active reformers, or attack conservatives at the CPC plenum. Yeah, Pledge of Democracy. This is the long-term goal to get us towards liberalism, right? What's going on? NPC Porky says use some moderates. What do you mean? Well, I'm thinking I need to pledge democracy. Because we want to eventually become... Right now, we're reformers. Oh, excuse me, but we're trying to get to liberalism. Yep, you're completely right, Tenbrain. That's what I was going to say. Like, when I usually... Of course, you always got to contextualize these things, but when I think of the term conservative... I think of it in the way that, like, Will and Ariel Durant did when they did their Story of History stuff. Pledge of Democracy is the conservative option. Huh. Okay, so I'm seeing different people say different things. Who's actually played the game before? Because remember, we're trying to go liberal eventually. But yeah, when they talk about conservative, yeah, they mean exactly like the old way and such. Actually, once I pick this, maybe that if you purge, lose moderates. You purge the conservatives so you can get democracy. See, here's the problem. I'm leaning towards a purge because we have so many left radicals in the government. Diplomacy with the USSR. That's another thing, though. The liberals didn't learn from the spirit of Lei Fang. Everybody needs to learn from the spirit of Lei Fang. We're gonna pledge democracy. The Chad Deng doesn't need to purge. Conservatives continue to hold their posts, undermining your reforms with the people and the NP and the CPC. The reformers themselves are unhappy with your passivity. Yay, I pissed everyone off. But I got that save file I could always go back to if I really needed to. They will learn our democratic values by force. Absolutely. What is this? The end of Zimbabwe apartheid. In Rhodesia, also known as Zimbabwe, where the armed struggle of the black majority against the white authorities pursuing a policy of racial segregation has been going on for many years, it seems there has been a turn in politics. In December... In December 1979, the Lancaster House Conference was held, at which agreement was reached on holding general equal elections subject to a ceasefire and the formal proclamation of Zimbabwe Rhodesia by the British colony until further determination of its fate. As a result, the left nationalist coalition headed by ZANU and Robert Mugabe won the elections, and on April 18th, the independence of the country renamed Zimbabwe was declared. At one time, we, like the USSR, supported the more moderate ZAPU, the current allies of ZANU and coalition. So it might be worth continuing cooperation with the victorious left parties. I think we want to stay out of this. We're mostly staying isolationist. Yeah, we're gonna be friends with him later. We just established diplomatic relation, nothing special. Support to get trade. Oh, man. Okay, well, fine. You know, if it's for trade, then we're gonna get that 5 back later. So let's load up. Okay, pledge democracy. Okay, we're not getting the event. Let's spend this money. Industry's almost where I want it to be. Oh yeah, hold on. It's also because we're in a new year. We can get trade with the United States again. Yeah, invite investors from there. Invite investors from France. Cool. We also have some research that's done. Cool. Very nice. We still can't get genetic modifications. Oh, that's a lot of money. Okay. We're sciencing the crap out of all this. I'll actually, yeah, let's get that up to like 25. And you know what? We're actually going to get the army up to like 15. I'm just so nervous. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been doing that. "100% support of the party." I do like to see that. I sure don't like seeing all these damn left rads, though. It's getting on my nerves. Depending on how high liberalization goes, we might see nothing happen a few years early. You have 70. When you lower to 50 diplomatic relations, you can get friendship with the United States and trade with many nations. Don't forget to support the USSR. Right. But we're almost there with our international reputation. Need to get a little bit lower. Decrease the left radical power manually. Well, I was thinking about doing that, but people were saying it's going to turn the party on me if I did. Where's it under? Under view, or no? Where's it under? Which map? What's going on here? I'm trying to remember where everything goes. Doctrines, there. Yeah, where I could, like, prohibit things, but ain't happening. Yeah, I already got the investments from France and Spain. Yeah, see, I already did that one that year, and I did this one. Now we gotta get that dip low. CHG, will I play Suzerain with a set goal like the TNA Mars campaign in the future? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, like, we've been doing democracy so far in the Suzerain campaign, which I'm going to live stream some more of later today. But we're going to... So I'll probably do either a communist or a nationalist run later. I don't know if it would be immediately afterwards, though. Because I heard through the grapevine that... there's supposed to be an update coming up that has to do with war in the game. So I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. In Rhodesia, now known as Zimbabwe. Oh, yeah, this is the thing we just saw. So we're going to send him aid. We've established diplomatic relations with the government of Mugabe and expressed our intention to develop close cooperation between China and Zimbabwe, reinforcing our good intentions with material assistance, which Mugabe gladly accepted, stating readiness for full cooperation. Yeah, I see it's fine. My budget's gone, but check this out. Yeah, you know what? I think you are Christopher Starry. We're going to be wrapping it up here in a minute, actually, the stream. So you see there, I'm out of debt. Too freaking easy, man. Let's see here. Services, maybe? Nah. Yeah, it's just, when in doubt, let's drop it in the reserves. Debt's been going down pretty steadily. That's cool. And you know what? I think that's it. I think we're going to call it there. Let's maybe do one more event, and then I'm going to end the stream because I got other stuff to do. Now, I'm going to definitely play some Suzerain tonight, and I might do another stream in between. Not likely. If I do, it'll just be some Hyrule Warriors to chill. And after Tito! On January 3rd, 1980, the founder and long-term leader of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, chairman of the Central Committee of the Union of Communists of Yugoslavia, Marshal Joseph Broz Tito, was hospitalized at the clinical center of Ljubljana to check the blood vessels in his legs. As a result of 2 operations and amputation of his left leg, his condition improved somewhat. But in February, Tito suffered pneumonia, high fever, and bleeding in the stomach. Intestines and lungs also led to sepsis, which intensified during March. And today came the denouement. at 15:05 Belgrade time at the Clinic for Cardiovascular Diseases of the Clinical Center of Ljubljana. Sorry for the pronunciations and stuff. 3 days before his 88th birthday, Joseph Broz Tito died. The funeral will take place on May 8th, and we need to decide whether it makes sense to send a delegation to Belgrade, or is it worth confining to condolences. Despite our ideological differences, aren't we both reformists? Or not reformists, we're both like green, non-aligned. Yeah, it's probably just that's just the text that's there. Tito was one of the heroes of the anti-fascist war, and it makes sense to give him a duty of memory. The USSR and the USA have already announced they will send official government delegations to the funeral, but US President Carter will not go to Belgrade. Maybe the comrade Deng Xiaoping should not go, sending at the head of the delegation Ji Pengfu with limited powers. Powers? Like, what are you gonna... What powers? You're attending a funeral. You know, and maybe this is a false memory, but when Castro died, didn't, like, almost everybody in the world go except for the United States? Or am I wrong about that? Let me look that up. Fidel Castro funeral. Okay, I usually hate to use Wikipedia, but I want to do this quickly. Okay. So, reactions, international. United Nations. Okay, here we go. I'm looking at the state reactions. Give me a second here. I'm doing this in the other tab. Scroll down. I need to go to... You know what? I need to Control F. United States. Here we go. Okay, they sent we sent the Deputy National Security Advisor. Okay, so somebody did go. But, you know, everybody else was sending the other presidents and their prime ministers and stuff. Yeah, the United States sent, who was it? Ben Rhodes. Who is now the co-host of a foreign policy podcast. Really, you know, high-end stuff. Alright, what's going on here? F for Tito and soon-to-be Yugoslavia. Send Deng Xiaoping. Attend personally. Okay, everybody wants me to send Deng. Let's see. Castro's dead? Lies! Capitalist propaganda! Castro lives! It's like those Frodo lives, you know, graffiti they would put in London. It's just, Castro lives! Anyway. Comrade Deng Xiaoping personally led the government delegation and will fly to Belgrade. Yeah. Yeah, we're aligned with him anyway. Like, with Yugoslavia. Do you think we can stop Yugoslavia from exploding? Do you think that's a thing? Huh. Yeah, Castro did die during Obama's presidency, but it was after Trump was elected. So it was in that lame duck period. So, on May 7th, more than 200 foreign delegations arrived at the assembly of the SFRY to bid farewell to Marshal Tito. Memorial service ended May 8th at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 12 on May 8th, after the Guard of Honor, consisting of members of the SFRY Presidium and the Presidium of the Central Committee of the LCY, 8 admirals and generals of the YNA carried the coffin with the body of Joseph Broz Tito. The chairman of the Central Committee of the LCY, Stevan Duronsky, gave a speech in memory of Tito, after which the column moved along the street of Prince Milos and the October Revolution Boulevard up to the 25th of May Museum. The last speech was made by the chairman of the Presidium of the SFRY, Lazar Kolisevsky, in front of the House of Flowers and the stands meant for foreign statesmen. To the sound of the Internationale, after 3 p.m., the coffin was brought into the House of Flowers, where Joseph Broz Tito rested from now on. The PRC delegation, led by Deng Xiaoping and Ji Pengfei, held talks with the new leadership of Yugoslavia, during which agreements were reached on the restoration of diplomatic, economic, and cultural relations. A return visit of Lazar Kolisevsky to Beijing in half a year is expected. However, The party has already found people dissatisfied with our policy of improving relations with the SFRY, and some have already compared the comrade Deng Xiaoping with Khrushchev. Let's see. Yeah, people are doubting it. That's what I figured. You can save Yugoslavia in other Kremlin games. That'd be interesting. Oh, it'd be fascinating to talk about Yugoslavian history and to watch the shit flinging happen. Has anybody ever seen my Serbia Kaiserreich guide? Go check that out if you want to hear a nice bit of humor from me. Hold on, let me see. Serbia Kaiserreich guide. Because let me tell you something. People, there's something about people from the Balkans especially. Say that I'm being racist. Say that I'm stereotyping. But there's something about Balkans people in particular who get so hot-headed, who get so bitchy and moaning about things. And so I put a little fun thing in that. In fact, I'm going to link the video. Go check this out. All right, yeah. So let's get that relations with the U.S. Friendship, yeah. Sign an agreement of friendship and cooperation with the United States. Wonder how people. So that'll pretty much guarantee Jimmy Carter's not going to get reelected because he's working with the filthy commies. Yeah, exactly. Balkans war breaks out every time. Yeah, and actually, if you go to the comments section of that video, you're going to see that it says I've got 175 comments. I do not have 175 comments down there. It's freaking... there was this one guy who was just spamming all over the every single comment on the chat, so I had to, like, delete everything and report him. Yeah, it was just this whole thing. Anyway. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me on Conquering History Games. We're going to definitely play some Suzerain later today, and I might do a little bit of Hyrule Warriors in the middle. Not very likely. If not, we'll do Hyrule Warriors on Monday. Now, also one more thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do any live streaming tomorrow. See, I made a fan. An angry one, yeah. So freaking... what I'm going to do tomorrow is either... Yeah, I'll save. There we go. Cool. So what I'm going to probably do tomorrow is either I'm going to upload extra episodes of the Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns that are up, or I have a very short 3-part Crusader Kings 2 series that I've recorded. I might upload the 3 of them tomorrow, and that'll be like my little Valentine's gift for you guys. You know what? I'm actually just going to put a poll up. I'll put a poll up and just determine it there. So, everybody have a great day. See some of you tonight, maybe. Bye. Dungism with a Z.